Let's talk about the bird flu, a virus that makes even the most fearless chickens cluck in terror, and migratory birds reconsider their travel plans. Officially known as avian influenza, the bird flu affects our feathered friends, but can also, in some rare cases, decide that humans look like fun hosts, too. If you've ever wondered what it's like to be quarantined with a bunch of seagulls, well, bird flu might just fill the bill, so to speak. For birds, it's like the worst day ever. They'll be coughing, sneezing, and looking so miserable that even their beaks droop. A bird with the flu might try to ruffle their feathers, but let's face it, they're too weak to even leave their nest. That's a bad day all around. In serious cases, birds can even die, which means it's not just a bad day, it's their last day. Humans who catch bird flu, which is rare unless you've decided to hang around with birds, experience symptoms that are basically just like the regular flu. Fever, cough, muscle aches, you name it. But bird flu takes it up a notch by throwing in some serious respiratory problems, like pneumonia, which is really bad. Your lungs will feel like they're packed with feathers, but unfortunately, it's not cozy at all. And if you're really unlucky, you'll also get eye infections, because apparently this virus just has to be different. The bird flu is like that one uninvited guest who shows up, crashes on your couch, and won't leave. It primarily targets epithelial cells, which are the guardians of your respiratory tract. These cells line your airways and normally keep out unwanted guests. But when bird flu shows up, it sneaks in easy as can be. It gets cozy in your lungs and can make breathing feel like trying to pull air through a clogged straw. And for bonus chaos, it can also invade your gastrointestinal cells, and you know what that means. In birds, the virus shows up in the respiratory cells and also hits the digestive system, because apparently some birds just have bad luck. Their cells are just sitting there minding their business, when suddenly, boom, here's a viral invasion. While humans tend to steer clear of bird flu by not hanging out with infected birds, pro tip, avoid sick birds, poultry aren't so lucky. The virus spreads fast, like a rumor about free snacks at a homeless shelter. A single infected bird can pass the virus to an entire flock, turning a happy farm into a disaster. Once the bird flu strikes, farmers might be forced to cull their flocks, which means they have to get rid of the birds. Even worse, sometimes the virus can jump between species. And if it mutates to spread easily between humans, well, let's just say it could be a very foul situation. So when animals get the bird flu, the immune system flies into action. Interestingly, the immune system has a memory, thanks to memory B and T cells. Once you've been exposed to an attacker, called a pathogen, through infection or vaccination, these cells remember it for years, or even a lifetime. This is why you typically don't get diseases like chickenpox more than once. Your immune system already knows how to fight it off. The same is true with bird flu. Once you get the bird flu, your body will be immune to it for years to come, provided it's the same strain of the virus. Any mutation, and you're back to square one. Also, about 70% of your immune system is located in your gut, where immune cells work to protect you from harmful viruses or bacteria. This connection between gut health and immunity is why a healthy diet and good digestion play such a huge role in keeping your immune system strong. Which reminds me, chicken can be an important part of a healthy diet. The bird flu is no joke, unless you like bird puns. It's serious business. Birds and humans alike need to avoid getting caught in the virus's clutches. So, if you see a bird looking suspiciously under the weather, give it space. And if you find yourself coughing after hanging out with your pet cockatoo, maybe reconsider the whole birds as best friends thing, or at least make them wear a tiny mask. At the end of the day, the best way to beat bird flu is to stay informed. Avoid hanging around with sick poultry, and always wash your hands anytime you handle birds, even when they are deep fried. After all, nobody wants bird flu, especially the birds. Thanks.